Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. When you're seeing this, I will be on holiday. So if I'm not responding to the comments, that's why. I will respond to them once I get back and take a look at whatever you got to say about this. So, why are we looking at the Bismarck? I already did a video about the Bismarck. Yes, I did. But today, we are looking at the commander of the Bismarck, and the commander of this Bismarck happens to be a certain Franz von Hipper. Well, if you remember the German Tier 8 cruiser, it might have been named after him. I'm not actually sure. This guy is one of the, I don't even know, I can't remember what they call it. Was it a elite commander or a premium commander? Anyway, a couple of days ago, or like a week or two, I can't quite remember. But a while ago, you could get commander crates for these elite commanders. I really have to look up what they call these. And you had like a 10% chance to get one of them. And they cost, I don't know, about 200 gold or something. So I figured, yeah, sure, I'll try. I'll try once. And if I get one, then I've got something to make a video about it. And I tried, and I got one. And I figured, okay, well, I'll try again. Well, I tried again, and I got another one. So that's how I spent 400 gold and ended up with these two premium commanders. So what's the difference between a premium commander and a regular commander? The premium commander, well, first of all, has this little medal thing up here, and they get either certain buffs or slightly different skills. So let's go through and see what Mr. von Hipper here has to offer us. In tier 1, we've still got the underwater protection, but you'll see that I'm actually not having a torpedo alert on tier 2. The reason is he gets the Armament Repair Expert Plus skill. So the regular Armament Repair Expert, I think, does 25% repair time reduction. I'm not sure, might have to look that up later, but I think it's 25. He gets 45% repair time reduction. So the torpedo alert skill is quite useful because you get to see the torpedoes earlier. But where am I going to put this guy? Well, pretty much all German ships have sonar. So you can, usually if your sonar is up and running, well, you can spot the torpedoes earlier anyway. And if you're in a German battleship, one thing I've noticed is that the secondaries, not the auto secondaries, but the manual secondaries, the 150mm ones, get damaged really, really easily. Anytime you get sufficiently hit by other ships, especially large caliber ships, you tend to lose one or two of these turrets, and they're twin turrets. So every time you lose one, you lose two of your secondary guns. So this is actually a useful skill to have. This could even offset, if you want to go down that route, this could even offset the main battery modification that gives you a 5% increased reload time, but at the cost of a 25% higher chance of actually losing one of your main batteries. This could offset that quite nicely. So I figured, yeah, that's a good skill to have. Then tier 3, there's nothing special. Tier 4, here it gets really interesting. Normally tier 4, I'd go with the Victorious Charge to recover some health, but we actually get the Sixth Sense skill, which I think is a standard commander skill that you can get in the PC version, but you cannot really usually get this. So what does this do? This actually gives you an indicator when somebody locks onto you. So, you know, like when you're targeting a ship and you're pointing your guns at it, and you're basically locking on so your guns will keep tracking it. That's when this little indicator appears, and you see how many people are actually targeting you. This is quite useful because it really gives you a lot more information that you normally have to get out of contextual things. And you know that, for example, if you're if you're getting into a position where you might be a bit vulnerable and give broadside but get a really good shot, you know if you can or cannot do it by seeing the number of people that are targeting you. I mean, you don't know what is targeting you, but you know that someone is targeting you, and if it's one or two or three of them. So that's quite interesting. Tier 5, again, nothing. Then at tier 6, we will get the Recon and Surveillance Specialist. So we get 25% sonar skill duration increase, and we're the cooldown time's down half. And this kind of offsets the one on tier 2. The next one, again, is very interesting. Marksman Plus. Most, if not all, German ships, I don't think the destroyers, but the cruisers and battleships do get the precise aiming skill. And I think, oh gosh, I really can't remember what the standard number is, but it's less than that, and it's 33% duration, which is really neat, if you think about it. Tier 8 does nothing. On tier 9, we get the Close Quarters Combat Expert Plus, so we get, instead of, I think it's 10% usually, you get 20% reduction on the shell dispersion for the secondaries, which again is really, really neat. So this tells you kind of already what kind of ship this guy is meant for. And then the last one is at tier 11. That's the armor-piercing cap shell. And you get 7.5% increased penetration and 15% shell penetration power. So I don't know how much of an impact this makes, but German ships have very good armor piercing. German battleships have very good armor piercing. And getting an increase, like a larger increase on that, sounds like a really good thing to me. Together with the precise aiming, this combination to me screams battleship captain. Also with the Close Quarters Combat Expert. So that's why I have him on the Bismarck. The other captain we'll get to in a minute. First, I'm going to play a game in the Bismarck, and then we'll take a look at the other captain that was in the British setup, so you can see what the aiming thing looks like people targeting you thing looks like. So I don't have a camo up right now, so let's just go like this. Okay, what do we got? Bismarck Tirpitz, Cruiser, and a Benson. Yakasuki doesn't count as a bot, and the carrier is a bot as well. So as long as we stay a bit away from him, we should be fine. We're playing Aurora, and we're playing for base capture. Okay, so we'll take left flank from our side, probably going wide. And okay, that Benson there is a bot, so we can't really expect anything from him, but we should be fine. Any luck, the enemy destroyer isn't going to go anywhere near us. So let's see. Well, as you've seen, I've got the captain only up to level 4 at this point. I haven't really spent any free XP on it on leveling him up, because this is going to be, I'm going to grind up the German battleship line anyway. So I might as well do it with the captain on board and get the XP that way, just in case I need the free XP for something else. Usually in the higher tiers, I can use that to get them retrained. He will work on the Tirpitz as well, by the way, like very easily. Okay, there we get our first customer.
Precise aim activated.
Mirror lens. Okay, it's disappointing, but we'll get a bit closer. It's almost in secondary range. There we go. And you can see he's not locking onto us, which is interesting. So you'd think that he would consider us a bit of a threat here. Come on, give me a broadside. This will do. There we go. Okay, enemy Bismarck spotted. Now someone's locking onto us. Bismarck is bypassing us here, so let's just ignore this guy, because somebody over there is actually locking onto us. There's a Tirpitz over there. Now 2 people are locking onto us. That's because the Benson's coming with him. Oh, bollocks. Why did it have to be the Benson? Ah, crap. I'm gonna eat a whole load of these. Okay. Okay. Let's heal up and see if we can maybe find a way to get out of here. What's that cruiser? That's a New Orleans. Okay. Still 2 people targeting us, including that Bismarck over there. Yeah, we want to get out of here. We are not in the right place here. Let's see if our team can... Okay, Benson needs to die. That Bismarck needs to die. Let's see if we can get a bit of support. Okay, no one's targeting us anymore. Now someone's targeting us. That's... not sure who that is, but the Benson's dead. You see how useful this is, right? Nope, no fires, please. This is a supremely useful kind of skill to quickly get an idea about your tactical situation. Okay, that's the Benson torps, but we're out of range. Okay, that's the Bismarck taken care of. Whew! And the Tirpitz is targeting us, as we can see by him shooting at us, but we can also see it from the little indicator, which is really a useful little thing to have. Can I get this swung around in time?
Precise aim activated.
Yep, he's beached. Okay. And... a couple of hits. Okay. Let's get down there and see if we can do something about the Tirpitz. We have enough health to do that. That's one more heal. Oh, look at that dispersion, my goodness. Watch out with the torps. He's beached again. As long as we stay out of 5.4 kilometer range, we should be fine. He's on fire. Let's slow down here.
We hit the enemy.
Get the sonar up in case he's got torpedoes out. Yep, that hurt, but he's gonna be dead because... we've got way too much firepower here. He's just been waiting there to torp me. Yeah, it's not gonna do you any good. There we go. Tirpitz dead. And that's the game. Okay. Yeah, I've seen these torpedoes coming a mile away, my friends. I've got a Tirpitz as well. You see what I mean, right? Just that little indicator telling you how many ships are targeting you, giving you a heads up. You need to get out of there. You need to make something happen. You're in a dangerous situation. Something like that, right? Is supremely useful. I really enjoy this. And... of course, it's a 10% chance to get the commander out of the box, so you might actually spend a lot of gold getting there. It's not a must-have, but since I'm grinding up the German battleship line anyway, I figured I'd give that a shot and see how this goes. So, that was Admiral von Hipper on the Bismarck, which is not historically correct because he was in the First World War, and we get to that with the next one. That is on the... where did I put him right now? On the hood. And there's the other commander. David Beatty? I'm sorry. British people, please forgive me. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. So these two actually knew each other. They fought with each other in the Battle of Jutland, if I remember correctly, in the First World War. Major battle, and a lot of the British ships got blown up, but it ended up in a bit of a draw, let's say. The Germans went back and nothing really happened. So these two are not on their historically accurate ships, but what can he do? So he has an improved torpedo alert plus. So instead of 15%, you get 20% detection range for your torpedoes, which is good for a British battleship, because you're in a battleship, you don't have a sonar, so it's really good to know that the torpedoes are coming. In the 4th tier, he also gets the 6th sense, so same story as the other one. He gets, in tier 5, an improved survivalist skill. which gives us 22.5% HP. I think it's 15 usually. That sounds awesome. And that's currently the reason why I have him on the hood. I mean, I'm not there yet. It's not far, but the hood has a very large health pool, and the hood doesn't have a huge amount of armor. So having an improved heal is great. Now, we could say the same thing about the Nelson or the Warspite, and I tend to shuffle my commanders around a little bit between the premiums. But let's continue. The next skill that he gets, and this is interesting, he gets the improved Mistweaver skill. So we could also use him on the British light cruisers. He would very much make sense, at least so far, on a British light cruiser. He gets the next up. He gets the improved demolition expert. So that sounds more like large shells to me, large caliber shells. And lastly, he gets the improved citadel damage. And this is why I think he is suitable for battleships. Because in a British cruiser, as much as I would enjoy the improved Mistweaver skill, in a British light cruiser, you're not going to do any citadels, at least not against anything of significance. I mean, you only got AP to shoot with, but I think this is a bit slightly more suitable for a battleship. That's not to say that it can't work. The thing is, on a British light cruiser, I would probably want the Giant Hunter skill, because you do have torpedoes, and especially in the top tiers, you have a lot of them. So doing more damage with torpedoes might be a good thing. I'd have to really try hard to remember when I last had a citadel from the 150 mils on a Mino or on a Neptune. It's possible if you're facing other light cruisers at mid-range, but anything besides that, don't know, because I don't have the armor-piercing capped shell skill yet. So depending on how that improves the amount of citadels. Anyway, for now, I'm going to train him up on the battleships. And I have got him currently riding the HMS Hood. I'm also using him on the Warspite, but he has a major downside on the Warspite, because the Warspite, if you look at the armory on the Warspite has the rapid reload skill, which the Hood doesn't have. And if we look at the commander, the Warspite has 2 rapid reloads, which is one too little. The thing is, the Fire Supremacy, which would give us the 3rd rapid reload skill, clashes with the Survivalist Plus, which is a really, really sweet thing to have on a battleship. So I'm kind of not feeling him on the Warspite, just because I really want to have that skill on the Warspite for a 3rd rapid reload during the battle. I've got the same setup, I think, on the Texas, the American Tier 5 battleship, and it really helps. It really helps to have that additional rapid reload. So I've got him on the Hood for now, and I can shift him around, and we'll see how it goes. But since we're here, let's play a battle in the Hood. And I mean, it's going to be the same thing, but just for fun, because we've played one with the Germans, now we've got to play one with the British. Okay, carrier. We're top tier. Nelson, Warspite, Pensacola, 2 DDs, and a Fubuki that doesn't count because it's a bot. Okay, and we're playing Scorching Islands, so right flank it is on our side. Air support. Was that a bot carrier or was that a real carrier? I can't remember. Let's check. Okay, speed up. No, it's a bot carrier. Okay, never mind. Bot carriers can't torpedo drop, because they basically they put their torpedo drop up at into the position or into the path that they see you when they're launching their planes, and you're not going to be there anymore by the time the planes get there. So if you navigate at least a little bit, their torpedo drops are completely going to miss. So let's get ourselves into a position here, because we've got 2 DDs out there. I don't want to take point, and already I've got 2 people targeting me. Well, that's pleasant. I don't even know who's seeing me quite yet, but 2 of them are targeting me, and I'm no longer. Oh no, I'm detected, and they are there again. Okay, there is the Nelson. And there's one of the DDs. So
Precise aim
let's get
activated.
fire out on the Nelson. Okay, that's a bot Fubuki. I don't care about that guy. So I do care about the real Fubuki. There he is. Okay, that's not an issue. Okay, can you people... You're in a Wang Hei. You can take care of that, right? You need my help? Okay, since I'm here, might as well. Okay, you think... Who killed that thing? Is that the Farragut? Okay, anyway. Alright, let's get ourselves into position. Who's pushing? Who's pushing over here? There's a Warspite. Okay, seems to be sitting there. Let's get fire out. Well, they all seem to be bunched up over there. So,
Enemy heavily damaged.
we've got range. If you just want to sit there, I can deal with that. Is he AFK or? Oh, lost sight on him. Okay, Pensacola. You want some? Nope, you're hidden. Okay. Destroyer, stick with me here, please, Mr. Wang Hei. There's the Warspite again. Okay, Warspite is not AFK. So let's okay. Let's make something happen here. Because we've got 2 destroyers down on the enemy team. Everything else we can handle, and I'm in a top tier battleship. What am I scared of? Alright. Precise aiming on.
Precise aim activated.
Broadsiding Warspite. 8 kilometer range. And... Meh. Alright then. Okay. Let's completely outflank them here. Where's the rest of our team? Why am I not seeing anybody? Where are they all? Hello, Mr. Warspite. I've got your broadside. Oh, that is disappointing. Come on, 380 mil guns. You can do better than that. Okay, 2 people are targeting me. That's good to know. Warspite's on fire. Warspite's probably targeting me. Oh, yeah. There we go, double citadel.
Enemy aircraft incoming.
Okay. AA guns. Don't need to dodge the torpedoes, because, like I said, torpedo bombers can't aim for crap.
Aircraft incoming.
Alright, the Pensacola is after us, but I want the Warspite dead first. Oh, come on, really? Okay, Warspite should burn down. Pensacola, you're next. There we go.
Enemy ship.
The secondary range. Slow down, turn around. Pensacola is turning. Are you turning or are you not turning? You're not turning. There we go. Pensacola has no armor whatsoever. Really, you're rushing me in a Pensa? Are you sure about that? I don't think you've thought that through, have you? Still 2 people targeting me, but that's okay. Yes, you've got a lot of guns, but... sorry. You're in a Pensacola, my goodness. Surprised that the Nelson hasn't set me on fire quite yet. Oh, he's shooting IP at me. Okay, sure. Go ahead. Shoot AP at me. I mean, it's not bad AP, and I'm only in a hood, but... And you're giving me a lot of broadside here. Oh, that's bounced completely off his bows. Okay, let's get in the cap. In secondary range, yes he is. And just punish the Nelson a little bit.
We hit the enemy.
I mean, we've won this, right? I don't really need to do anything here. Is that the Nelson's auto secondaries? Can we set the Nelson on fire? That'd be epic. Oh, he gets torped. Is he dead? No, not quite. Can I get a kill? Yes, I can. Okay, Nelson down. Good work, everybody.
Good job.
Yep. Okay, we were top tier battleship. We were supposed to do that. But again, you see how useful the lock-on indicator is, and I'm looking forward to getting the improved repair the improved repair skill as well. Because you can see I've taken a fair amount of damage. Only used 1 repair kit so far, but being able to print yourself a new ship, as Jingles would say, is a really, really good thing to do. So kind of looking forward to that as well. So yeah, these are the elite premium whatnot commanders. I really can't remember what they were called. But if you see them, and you've got 200 gold to spare. So I made the rule. I said I'll do one chest. If it's not in there, I'll leave it. And I got, I got it. Sometimes it just works. Okay, that's the hood with Mr. David. With Mr. Davis. So I don't know if there are any further premium commander things going on right now. Is it still in the shop? I don't think it's still in the shop. But I've seen it before, and it might come again. I don't know if there was an American or a Japanese premium commander as well. Maybe a Soviet one. Soviet and a American one maybe before. I can't remember. I've seen this before. I remember that. But if it shows up and you got 200 gold to spare, and you're like, I'll give it a try. 10% is not a bad chance to get one, and they might turn out quite useful. And if you have the ships that they kind of fit in anyway, then it might be a good thing to have. So that's it for today. And remember, I'm on holiday this week, so I'm not going to be checking your comments, and I'll also be on holiday next week, so I will still not be checking the comments. But you will get a video next week because I will pre-upload everything. So, and then when I come back, I'll reply to everything. So that's it for today. Thanks everyone, and have a good one. Bye bye.